Alright, welcome everybody to a Dead by Daylight build video, the first one of its kind on this channel. I am Prion here, and today we are going to be covering a build that I have made for Pyramid Head, aka the Executioner in Dead by Daylight. I call this build the Totem Oppressor. It relies on a few unique things to confuse and spread survivors out to force them to stop doing gens. And I have been having a lot of success and a lot of fun with this build. So the first thing you might notice is the add-ons. Experienced Executioner players will often swear by having double range add-ons for Punishment of the Damned. While these add-ons are incredible, and by far his best add-ons, I believe this build is actually better served by using the Mannequin's Foot and or the Cinderella Music Box, both of which increase the duration of the trails that you draw on the ground. So, actually, you could switch the music box for maybe the Burning Man painting, or vice versa, maybe for the wax doll, if you want trail duration and range, but trail duration is integral to this build. So, why do we need trail duration on this build? Pyramid Head's trails last for a base amount of time of 75 seconds. So if you use both of the trail add-ons, they will last for almost 2 minutes, which is pretty insane. For what you're going to be doing in this build is, since you see we have Ruin Undying, which is very basic, right? Lots of killers use it, especially ones that can traverse the map quickly. But the reason why we bring this now on Pyramid Head is because Pyramid Head can torment his totems. You can place your trails around the totems and get a notification when the survivors are trying to cleanse them. Also, this has the added effect of getting torment on them easily, which activates your Cage of Atonement and Final Judgment, which is always nice. And if you use the Mannequin's Foot and or the Cinderella Music Box, you don't have to go back to the totems as often to cleanse them, and survivors might just sit there waiting to see if the trails run out, and they just never will because they last for almost 2 minutes with these add-ons. So first, like I said, we have Ruin and Undying. They're very basic, but they work in a unique way here. Once you spawn in, you want to quickly take stock of the area and see where your totems have spawned. After you see where your totems have spawned, you want to choose where you think the survivors have spawned and start making your way there. If either of the totems are somewhat on the way to where the survivors spawned, then you want to torment them on the way there. This makes sure that your Ruin Undying totems will last at least 2 minutes into the game, as you'll get a notification if someone starts cleansing them. If you are chasing someone and you're not about to get a kill right now, you want to drop everything you're doing if you hear someone cleansing your totem, because you will hear them. You will get the killer instinct from your Trails of Torment. And being able to stop a survivor midway cleansing a totem is so valuable, especially if you can hit them with a Punishment of the Damned while they are trying to finish cleansing. And then follow up with an M1, because that combo has a shorter cooldown. Okay, so first of all, this build is incredible for defending Ruin Undying, just because you can torment your totems. But that's not enough. Next, we add Discordance, which will allow you to see gens that have 2 survivors on them in yellow. This shows you instantly which gen I need to go to right now to get big ruin value and waste a lot of survivor time. Discordance fits really well into this build because, again, it increases the value you get out of Ruin and Undying. It's not really unique to this build. Discordance is great all around, but the real kicker comes when we talk about Plaything. Plaything is a perk from Pinhead, which does the following. The first time you hook a survivor, they become cursed, and Hex Plaything activates on any dull totem. The cursed survivor is oblivious until Hex Plaything is cleansed. The totem aura is revealed to the cursed survivor within 16 meters of it. For the first 90 seconds, only the cursed survivor can cleanse the totem. With this build, you want to go for hooks first, 1 hook on each survivor to activate Plaything. And then you can start caging and judging to your delight with Pyramid Head. But survivors are going to figure out very quickly with this build that you have Ruin Undying, which means that 1 or maybe even 2 or 3 of them is going to start looking for totems. These totems they are looking for are going to be trapped with torment. And once you get a few playthings going, all of the totems on the map are going to be lit. They're going to be oblivious, trying to look for ruin undying while you come after them with no terror radius. And the best part is, they have no idea which totem is ruined because every totem is lit. That is where the beauty of this build comes in. So today we are going to have 2 games to show you. One on Dead Dog Saloon, where I'm going to be commentating over it in the post. And then one on the game, where I'm going to be live commentating over it. Both games ended up with a 4K or somebody getting the hatch, and a 3K. So I think both of these really showcase the power of this build. And not only that, this doesn't have anything to do with totems, but Hex Plaything amplifies Pyramid Head's tunneling power, like, through the roof. So everybody knows Pyramid Head is the ultimate tunneler if he chooses to do so. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll check out this build, try it yourself on the Executioner, and let's hop into the first game on Dead Dog Saloon. Okay, so here we are on Dead Dog Saloon, trying to show off this totem oppressor build for Pyramid Head, and we spawned over here at the tower. This doesn't really give us a very great idea of where the survivors spawned. I see there that my totem is in the main building, very hidden, and then we get this discordance pop that starts our first chase onto Claudette. We're going to be going very hard for this first down, because the point of this build is to start snowballing the totems by activating Plaything multiple times. Claudette really messes up there, ends up having to use her Dead Hard, and then we miss a very bad punishment of the damned on the window, but we want to take the time to break this door, because that will make the shack very weak later. So just continuing to chase Claudette here, she's going to be going in this way to the pallet, but she doesn't throw the pallet. Then she puts herself into this bottleneck, which gives us a free hit. Honestly, I could have just Punishment of the Damned there, because it was so narrow, but went for the style points instead, taking the sword out of the ground during the mind game, and there's our first plaything. It did cost us 1 gen, but it was the top of the main building gen, which is completely fine, honestly. We don't really care about that gen, because we are a killer that suffers when there are vertical things on maps. This Nia, I remember, gives us a completely BS hit that we should not have gotten. We tried to do the mind game there, and she just didn't vault. Honestly, that's a terrible place to vault. She shouldn't have been there in the first place. If she would have just held forward, we wouldn't have gotten there. So now we're going to hook Nia near this gen and defend it. Except Quentin finishes it right in front of us like a very smart survivor. That was a bit frustrating. Alright, so we're down to 3 gens, but we have both Ruin and Undying still up, and 2 people are now affected by Plaything, which means that the game should start to slow down considerably here. So one of our Ruin or Undying totems is in the main building, and they've already completed the main building gen, and it's in one of the back rooms, which means that, like, okay, so somebody's cleansing that totem right there. And we've got our next plaything activation onto Quentin already. Undying is probably about to go away, but Ruin is in an incredible spot that they're almost never going to find. So there goes Undying. We know that that wasn't somebody's plaything totem because it was there at the beginning. And now we've got another Oblivious onto Quentin. We're going to torment this totem so they think it's really important, even though it's just somebody's plaything. And now we're going to go towards that unhook. Getting great ruin value here on this gen, and one of the big things that happened in this Dead Dog game is that that gen stays undone for so long. We just continually got discordance and ruin value on it, interrupting it over and over. So that was like really good, and that was a nice palace stun from Claudette. Really smart play. So now Claudette's going into the main building, so we're just not gonna chase that because punishment is not very good on stairs. And somebody is doing that totem, so I think we're gonna go after we're gonna go after this Nia now. This is an awful loop, so we get a free basic attack. She's already tormented, and not really sure what she's doing. Probably using Dead Hard. Okay, we got rolled there. This Nia is absolutely dominating us, but now she's in a dead zone. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and cage her because I have a feeling that something else is going on here, which is, yep, this gen. We're gonna chase Claudette off. Some people are gonna become untormented now, but that's okay. Somebody else just jumped onto that gen. So we collect our hit on Claudette and go back over to this gen to interrupt it again. So Elodie is the only person that we actually haven't hooked yet. So this is pretty convenient. No pallet there since Claudette already threw it. Gonna go for a ridiculous hit there. Cause her to go backwards. And there's no pallet over here, so this should be a down. This Elodie really likes to spin, as we will see later in the game. Alright, so we'll hook Elodie next to the gen we've been defending. It's really helpful, and we instantly get a discordance pop on this gen. Gonna try to do the fake out here. Quentin was already gone though. He's got a lot of distance on us. I think here is where I almost make the decision to just go after Elodie. Nice little turn hit on there on Quentin. Elodie gets unhooked in the vicinity and we are just gonna go straight after her. She's tormented. This is where I make the decision as Pyramid Head to simply choose one person and remove them from the game. We want to go for the down here. She spins us, like actually insane spin. But yeah, we're going straight for this down. And once we get it, we're going to cage her for DS. I don't actually remember if she had DS, but we're caging her anyways. If I remember correctly, she ends up spawning somewhere over on my left. We're gonna interrupt this gen again. Everybody's oblivious from plaything. I think only one of those has been cleansed, which means that they just have no clue which totem is ruined. And here is Elodie. This is just kind of how it feels to play against Pyramid Head. It's mean, but what are you gonna do when survivors are bringing meta perks? And there's our first kill at 3 gens, thanks to our Cages of Atonement. This gen is being discordanced again, and it finally goes down. They didn't finish any gens that whole time that I was going for a kill on Elodie. Not really sure what this Nia's doing. Absolutely destroying us, I guess. But I mean, I guess we can oblige to chase her. Everybody's tormented. Not really any reason to be chasing a specific survivor right now. I think they all have one hook on them. That was never gonna hit, but I threw it out anyways. So now we're going to find somebody else, because surely somebody's on a gen right now. We're gonna try to fake Claudette out right here, act like we're going up, and yep, she drops. This is a really bad loop. And that was a really bad punishment. But we're just gonna continue to chase. Get a nice turn hit on her. Okay. I thought I could have body blocked that pellet, but I guess you just lose collision when survivors are injured. That was my bad. Should have taken the sword up earlier. Quentin just comes in to take a hit there, even though he's in the exact same position Claudette is. So they're down to 1 gen, but they have kind of 3 gen themselves. We get a really nice hit onto Claudette there. Somebody's plaything totem has been cleansed. We're actually going to pick her up, mostly because we have a really nice gen layout that we want to defend. And it would be way more advantageous to just hook her in the gens. Also because I want to preserve the torment on her so I can mori her if I down her. So as you can see, the gens are in a very nice layout, and they've unhooked Claudette right in front of me. Interesting choice. And we lead her into a dead zone with 1 dropped pallet. I think she just used dead hard. But that's going to be it for Claudette. Not really sure what Nia was trying to do there, but she's next. We're going to body block this window. Very nice thing you can do with Pyramid Head. Survivors often try to spin and go through you when you have your sword in the ground. It's best to not let them. So, as you can see, Ruin is still up. Which I think is a testament to how good this build is. Yeah, so this is death for Nia. And now it is just Quentin left, who I think was doing that gen. I believe he ends up getting the hatch, which is a-okay with me because, yeah, he gets the hatch and that's the game. I think that was a great showcase of the build.
Alright, so we're loading into the game against 4 PC players that all have funny names. Playing our Totem Oppressor Pyramid Head build. Just kind of looking for survivors right now. That totem placement is unfortunate. Because I think the hook might block the trail. Man, that's not good either. Alright, I guess we're gonna make our way all the way over to that corner gen. Kayla is by totem. Two people in here. One of them's in the locker, I think. That went about as well as it possibly could have. Now I can put Leon in the basement. Oh damn, that was a good play. He's not gonna unhook Adam. Alright, they already got one of my totems. No dead hard on this Leon, interesting. What are you trying to do, Dave? Okay, so there's one plaything going down. I'm not really sure which totem is my ruin anymore. But the good part is that they don't know either. Okay. Oh, balancing it, probably. This kid is really intent on not getting tormented. Alright, let's torment some totems. Actually, that's a discordance pop. We're going straight to that gen. Or, I guess we can just continue to chase Adam, because the gen's not yellow. Yeah, so this was definitely the totem that they got. Oh, hi, Adam. You're probably oblivious from plaything, aren't you? So even though I haven't been too amazing at tormenting all my totems, and they did get one of them, they're all confused now, because everybody that's been hooked once has now been on a totem hunting minigame while oblivious. Which means that none of them know which totem is real. And there's the added chaos of being oblivious. Which means that barely anybody is going to be on gens right now. Somebody's crouching. I think I'm just stupid. That was... I guess me, like, seeing things where they weren't. I would like to find Adam. But, oh well. This will do. We're at 4 gens, we have a ton of hooks. There's 4 hooks at 4 gens. Yeah, that's Where are all the hooks? Do I make this? I'm gonna get pallet slammed. Yep. Alright, Adam just volunteered for the final judgment. Thanks, Adam, that's so generous. You know what, I don't feel like doing this loop. I'm actually gonna pick Kate off this gen. Oh, okay, I guess we'll go for Adam again. He's intent on going to this vault. Alright, I guess we can just take Adam out of the game now. Even if it costs us a gen, it's worth it. He's gonna pre-drop everything here. And we're going back to this vault again. Yeah, Adam. About can't pre-drop all the pallets on the game. That's a discordance. We still have ruin. Where's the other person that was working on that? Here's Kate. Still have no idea where the okay, that's not yellow. It has balance landing. Not worth chasing. We have 1, 2, 3. We haven't actually used plaything on Michaela yet. Well, I guess I can indulge in this chase as long as I can end it pretty quick. I can if she drops this. Gotta get back to that middle gen really quick. Alright, if I can get it down here on Leon, then I can push him and tunnel him out of it. He has dead hard the whole game? Why wasn't he using it? He's probably healing Michaela right now. Well, then that would have been Hey, it's the oblivious Michaela. How convenient. I didn't know that was that part. And this sucks, wow. There's no reason for me to chase her here. So, wait for Leon to get uncaged. Right up there. Really, they'll go for a heal on him. Yep. This guy has dead hard. That was bad. I really wish Leon would like step in the torment. No possible DS here. Down to 2 pieces. And they're still trying to do the middle gen. That's really good for us. Ayla is still oblivious, by the way. I think the theory of this build is actually proven. And they haven't found ruin all game. They've been too focused on plaything totems to be able to find ruin. And if they did find it, then I would have it tormented and I would know exactly where they were. So nobody's on a gen right now. Kate has to come for this save. Either that or she's hiding and trying to get hatched. I really just have to camp this out. Okay. Kayla's missing skill checks, so that probably means that Kay has no intention of helping. Yeah. Alright, well now we look for the hatch. It's a pretty solid win. There you are, Kate. When we get to her, she's going upstairs, not really a good idea. We're looking at the hatch. Hatch only spawns on the bottom floor of this map. Oops. Ha! That's hilarious. Send her to the cave. And that's game. So I really love this build. It's very effective.